Hello guys, Grumpy. Welcome to another Let's Try video. Today we're going to be trying Rebuild 2. Now this is a flash game. Don't let that turn you off right away. It's kind of a strategy game, so I love this game. I play it all the time. It's a zombie apocalypse game, but it's not just like a brainless game where you're just like clicking and clicking and clicking. It's a strategy game. So first of all, I'm going to show you how to get here. You're going to go to www.congregate.com. Look at the top of the screen here up in my... Here you can see the URL, congregate.com. Now, once you're there, you don't have to worry about typing all this, just the congregate.com. But once you're there, up here there's a search bar. So you're going to go there, you're going to type in Rebuild 2 and hit search. And it's going to take you to the game. You'll have to watch an ad. No biggie. You got to watch an ad when you watch a YouTube video. But once you watch that one ad and you're actually in the game, by the way, you can skip the ad most of the time after 5 seconds. But once you're in the game, you never have to see the ad again. You can play all day long. You never have to see a second ad. So it's pretty cool. Now, there is a sequel coming out. Or not a sequel, actually a third in the series. It's called Rebuild 3. You can pre-order right now. If you decide you like this game, you might want to pre-order it. It looks like a massive update from this game. This game's already really fun. So this one right here is going to be even better. Comes out sometime in the middle of next year. I think around May, give or take a little bit. But anyway, and the next thing is, now you notice this right here. Here's the actual game screen. This part right here, it's not taking up the full screen. I can make it a little bigger. You can click right here. It's called cinematic mode. The catch to it is you have to register at this website. It's no big deal. You just give them your email. And then you got to go to whatever Hotmail or Gmail, whatever your mail is, and verify. You know, it's going to send you an email. You got to click the link, and then you're going to be registered here. They've never spammed me or anything like that, so I honestly don't know the purpose. But anyway, once you're registered, then you can click the cinematic mode. Now, this website has a ton of cool games. It's kind of like Android Market or something. You kind of got to surf through a ton of games to find the good ones. But anyway, here's cinematic mode. Now you can also, I'm playing Firefox, you can hit F11, and I'm going to go ahead and do that. And that blows it up just a little bit more. I don't know if there's a way to do that in other browsers, but you can do it with Firefox. So anyway, let's go ahead and start this game. By the way, this game has an awesome soundtrack, but I went ahead and turned it off because I don't know if I'd get a copyright hit for that. It's awesome zombie type music though. It's a very good soundtrack for a zombie game. Anyway, we'll give ourselves a name. We'll just be Grumpy. Here you can pick your sex. Now if you want to read all this, just pause it right now and read it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Actually, it's a very good story driven game. Anyway, right here, okay, we picked our name, our sex. Here we can pick the item we're going to carry with us. Each item gives different stats. I can't remember what they all do. Wrench increases your building skill. Cowboy hat increases your leadership skill. Pistol, your combat skill. Binoculars, probably, I'm thinking that's for foraging or something. I don't remember. But I always pick the cowboy hat because that increases your leadership. Now, let's click continue. Okay, now here we can name our city. I'm just going to do Euless, Texas, because that's where I am. And here we could, ooh, I don't know why I exited full screen mode. Oh, it's because I clicked, if you go up to the top, it does that. Okay. I'm not used to using full screen mode very much. Okay. Here you can pick the size of your city. Just for the purposes of this video, I'm not going to play a long drawn out LP of this game. Basically, this video is to showcase it. You can decide whether you like it. If you like it, you can try it. It's free, so no biggie. But I'm just going to do small. And here you can pick your difficulty level. Now, I started off with kind of tough, and then I worked my way up. I think now I play it on seriously hard. It does get harder the higher that setting is, but we're just going to do kind of tough for this video. And we're going to click continue. And this actually starts the game. Now here, you can see our little base. This is kind of like cross between a zombie apocalypse game and a little bit of SimCity where you got all these buildings. But this is what I love best about the zombie genre. I love the zombie genre. A lot of people say, "Oh, it's kind of getting worn." Do you know what? What isn't? You know, how many World War II shooter games have you seen? How many modern shooter games have you seen? How many sci-fi spaceship games have you seen? To me, the zombie genre is still kind of fresh. I mean, I still love them. But anyway, Too much babbling, not enough playing. Okay, we have 4 little plots right here, city blocks or whatever you want to call them. We have a police station, a suburb, a farm, and a building. Now each one of these has different function, and other buildings have different functions too. But anyway, the farm gives us food. The suburb increases our population limit. So does this right here, the apartment. And the police station raises our defense. And you can usually, a lot of these buildings, you could do something like you can, if you click the farm, you can assign somebody here to attend the crops. I usually don't attend the crops. If I want more food, I take over the plot. Basically, the way it works, just owning the farm gives you a little bit of food. If you assign somebody there, it gives you even a little bit more, but yeah, I don't mess with that. Okay, now let's go over the top real quick. We've got 7 of 12. That means we have 7 people, 7 survivors out of a possible of 12. And we have 50 food, and we're consuming 4 food per turn. And this right here is our danger level. Now, so you can click different things right here and bring up stats. Like I say, this is a flash game, but it's a strategy game too. It's got depth to it. Here we have 4 buildings out of a possible 25. If you get 25 buildings, I can't remember, you either win the game or it unlocks City Hall, and there's 2 or 3 ways to win the game. I only remember 2 off the top of my hand. There's a tutorial, by the way, for this game at the start, instructions if you want to read that. But yeah, for this video, won't worry about it. But basically, 2 ways to win. You find City Hall and establish a government, then you win. Or there's also a rival gang. If you defeat them, you win. So finally, up here at the top, we have this happiness. If it gets too low, people will start rioting, or they'll go on strike, and they'll start abandoning the complex or whatever. So you want to try to keep this high. There's different ways to raise it. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Now here, right here, we can see our turn. If we decide we're on turn 1. If we decide we want to end the day, we can click there, and we'll advance one day. But we don't want to do that. What we want to do is, first of all, we'll look at our survivors here. We have 7 of them. It shows you our skills here. This guy's leadership, that's me. I got a leadership of 3. And part of that's coming from my hat. I can go in here and look at my equipment. So see, he's wearing a cowboy hat. So we just equip that. There we go. I believe I can unequip it too. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, there we go. See right here, my leadership's 2. If I put the hat on now, it's 3. All right. So anyway, that's all of our people. Let's go back there and look at that. These 3 guys are combat. If it's got the little plus, the little target symbol, that's a combat skill. This is their skill at looting. They call it something else. I don't remember what. Scavenging, yeah. And building. We'll go over all that here in a little bit. But first thing we want to do is we want to conquer some area. So if we click here, you can see 2 icons come up. One's an apple and one's a person. Person icon means we can recruit there. The apple means we can scavenge for food there. It means there's food located there. So we can recruit. Honestly, you can recruit, or you can scavenge for supplies, or you can kill the zombies here. We can take control of that area. We got to kill all the zombies first. But first thing we want to do is I'm going to recruit some survivors. Now here it tells me it's going to take 1 turn. Here's my chance of succeeding, 63%. And here's the danger level. There's like a 3% chance I think somebody's going to get hurt or killed or something. But what we can do is we can assign more people to this cause, and these numbers will go up. So there's no danger now, and we got a 69% success rate. So let's go ahead and start that mission. Now right here, if you notice, we're still going to have 4 or 5 people free. So we're going to send those people out to a different mission. So what are we going to have them do? We are going to take over a church. Now, different buildings, like I say, give you different. Oh, there's no zombies here, so we can automatically reclaim this building. Now, to reclaim a building, all you got to do is send 1 person there. Now, this guy's got the building skill. Building skill is used to reclaim areas and also to build defenses. So we're going to send this guy here, because if you look, I send anybody else, it takes 5 turns. If I send him, it's going to take 4 turns. Now, every time he uses this, he's going to level up. So the more he rebuilds, the higher his level is going to get. Eventually, it's going to take him like 2 turns to do things, or 1 turn. But anyway, we'll go ahead and send him. So he's on a mission. That mission is going to take 4 turns. So if you look at the icon right here, next to the icon, it tells you how many turns it's going to take. Like this over here where I'm trying to recruit, it's only going to take 1 turn. Here, this is going to take 4 turns, that operation. So kind of what I want to do too is you kind of want to develop evenly. Like you don't want all houses. You want to build some. You want to get some farms, then some houses, then some other stuff. But here's a good building. These all marts. They raise your defense. That's a good building. So are the police stations. Those are good buildings. Hospitals are good too because your people are going to get hurt. If you capture a hospital, they recover quicker. Churches, what they do is they raise your happiness. You can also assign a person there to preach. And that person's, if you assign somebody there, your happiness is going to go up quicker. Okay, so let's figure out what we're going to do next. Let's send these guys on a scavenging mission. So who are we going to send? Well, ideally we want to send this guy here because this guy he's got a scavenging skill. So we're going to send somebody else along. Now I want you to notice here that all the numbers change. So if I click there, I get more food, and I'm also going to have a better chance of finding equipment. So that's a good one. We're going to go ahead and start there. That's only going to take 1 turn. And let's see if we can kill these zombies with just 2 people. Yes, we can. So here it tells you the number of zombies present, and this right here is the number of zombies we'll kill. So if I assign 1 person, they're going to kill both zombies, but it's a lot more dangerous. So if I send a second person, it increases the odds of nobody getting hurt. So now everybody's assigned. We'll go ahead and hit end the day and see what happens. Recruitment success. I recruited somebody, so now I have an extra person, which is a doctor. And over here, we ended up with a pistol and with 10 food. So that was a very successful mission. So now we can assign this pistol to somebody. So we decide who we're going to assign it to. I'm going to give it to Corporal French. And we're going to equip that. Now here's another very important thing to do. You want to assign people to guard duty. So I'm going to actually assign her to guard duty. You do that by going to a police station or like a Walmart. You just click guard duty and then you can assign somebody. So I'm going to assign her and then start. So now she's on guard duty. So now here what I want to do next is I'm going to kill the zombies here because we're going to take over this place. Okay, so I'm not going to send myself. Who am I going to send? Oh, by the way, here you see this doctor here. She's got a little beaker next to her. She's a researcher. So your research centers are the nuclear power plants. Then you can research stuff. You can research stuff to make your food last longer or to produce more food. Stuff to let you kill zombies quicker. All kinds of stuff to research. But anyway, the scientists are the ones that research. But first of all, if you look at the top, we're bleeding food. So we need to get some food real quick. So let's kill some zombies here. Now, who am I going to send? I'm going to send the 2 scavengers. And they'll go ahead and start. Let's find some other survivors, if there are any. So I'm just hovering my mouse looking for survivors, and there's nobody. So now I've got a couple extra people. Now usually, if I don't have anything good for them to do, what I will do is scout with them. Scout's 100% success. You got a 100% success rate when you do that. And so what I do is I scout the locations I'm probably going to want to take over soon. So I definitely want the Allmart. That will increase my defense if I do that. So we'll let the scientists do that. And me, where am I going to go? I'll go to the church. I'm going to want a church pretty soon too. So anyway, there's everybody's assigned to do something. Yes, everybody's assigned to do anything or do something. So, okay. Let's go ahead and end day 2. Zombies killed. Okay, I killed two zombies in the hospital. And over here where we scouted, we discovered 2 survivors. So now this building right here, I could kill all the zombies, but I can't capture this building yet. The reason being is because it's not adjacent to a building I already control. So you have to capture the buildings next to you before you can capture another one. So I'm going to have to capture this power plant or this apartments before I can get this. So let's see if I got any free people. So let's click the power plant. Kill zombies. Yes, I've got some free people. And That looks pretty good. There we go. We'll send the scientist and sugar still, and that'll kill the zombies there, and that's going to allow us to reclaim that area. So next I'm going to recruit some survivors over here at the church. Now, you remember early on I took the cowboy hat. This is why, because right now I'm expanding, I'm growing my community, and the higher the leadership skill is, the better the chance of success here. So let me show that to you. I'm going to select Major Ramey. He's got 0 leadership, so I've got a 28% chance. If I click myself, I've got a 65% chance. So usually what I do at the start of the game, I'll send myself to recruit and then send one person along extra just to lower the danger level. Now I don't have it on a super high difficulty level. If I had it on a higher difficulty level, I'd have to send even more people. So everybody's assigned. Now see, let's see what happens. This next turn we're going to kill all the zombies here and we're going to recruit there. Let's see what happens. Okay, we had our first zombie attack. Zombies came to our complex and they're attacking us. Now we've got a defense of 24 and the zombies have a strength of 11. So there's 11 zombies coming at us. Now this defense 24 basically needs to be at least half of whatever the zombies are. So if the zombies are like 20, ideally you want to have a defense of at least 10. If your defense is like less than half of whatever the zombies are, then what ends up happening is people start getting hurt. You can actually lose buildings too. The zombies will take over buildings that you already control. So we got a pretty low difficulty level. So we killed 1 zombie. Oh, we recruited 2 people. That's good. So this area right here, we've killed the zombies here. Now once all the zombies are gone, you can reclaim the area. Ideally, if you got the guy with the hammer, send him along. But if not, just send anybody. So now he's going to reclaim that area in 4 turns. We're going to get a church here. That's another area to reclaim. So if you look right here, we've got 10 of 12 people. Actually, we need to work on our food some more. So there's a couple ways to get food. One, you can scavenge. Scavenge is actually pretty good too, because if you scavenge when you're successful, your happiness can go up too. So that's a good thing. So we're going to have this one next turn. And once we have that, then we're going to go to this all mark. But right now, we're going to go ahead and scavenge it. So ideally, you want to send somebody along with a scavenging skill. You have a better chance of getting good stuff. I can actually send 2 people along. And I'm going to do that. And I'll send Ben along. Actually, I'll do it like that, those 3. Yeah, that looks fine. And let's see, I need to scavenge somewhere else, perhaps. There's a place to scavenge. Scavenge for supplies. There we go. So we'll just go ahead and end our day. There we go. See, we scavenged here at Walmart. We got 11 food and 5 happiness. Over here, zombies killed and the doctor died. So if you look right there, survivors killed 1. Happiness -5, but we killed 2 zombies. So over here we reclaimed the church, so our happiness went up by 5. So here we got 11 food. So this is actually a pretty interesting game too. I actually do read all the text when I play. I love this game. But anyway, this is enough to give you an idea of it. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to just expand. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll expand over here. First, what we're going to have to do is kill the zombies. I thought the doctor died, but I don't know. Or maybe I had another doctor. Well, over here it'll tell you who died. Okay, Sugar died. Poor her. Okay. And so since we have a scientist, what we actually want to do too is we want to reclaim this area. Now see what you can do here too. You can assign more than 1 person. It'll speed it up. But all these guys suck. He's the only guy with a rebuild skill. So generally what you do is add a whole bunch of people, see what if the turns go down or not. Since the turns aren't going down, there's no reason to send more than 1 person. But in 4 turns, we'll have the nuclear power plant, and then we can start researching. Now here we have the church. So what we can do here is preach. Now the preach skill, what it does, if you assign somebody to preach, it generates happiness. So if I put myself in there, I'll generate 1 happiness every 2 days. If I put somebody else, 1 happiness every 4 days, because you've got no leadership here. But anyway, this gives you a good idea if you'd like this, whether you'd like this game or not. Give it a try. I love it. It's free. Check it out if you want to. I've finished it several times. I play 1 or 2 games a week of it. I found it a few weeks ago. But anyway, this is Grumpy. I hope you enjoyed this series. If you want to see more of these, just tell me in the comments below.